Welcome to Arux, the encyclopedia made interesting. We bring you many fun facts about the world. Sit back and get ready to be surprised. Scientists are on a perpetual quest for understanding. Yet not everything in our world has a clear explanation. Even if you're a staunch believer in science, I advise some precaution before watching this video. Perhaps encircle yourself with salt or burn some sage, because we're delving into phenomena that defy rationality, from dolls with human hair to soul-stealing masks. Hold on tight as we explore more of the world's most enigmatic objects that baffle scientists. Segment 1. Valley of the Dolls. While many people find dolls adorable, I beg to differ. There's nothing more unsettling. For instance, meet little Jimmy. This doll, won by 12-year-old Leroy Bland at a Kentucky carnival in 1910, is eerie enough with its cracked porcelain face and sinister red smile. Its story darkened further in 1914 when World War I erupted. Leroy's mother made Jimmy a soldier's uniform to honor the servicemen. Little did she know the war would become one of the deadliest in history, claiming millions of lives. Though Jimmy merely looks creepy, I have two real tales of genuinely cursed dolls. You decide which one is the most disturbing. Segment 2. Robert the Doll. First, let's talk about a 3-foot-tall doll in a sailor suit. Innocent, right? Well, think again. This doll, over 117 years old, currently resides at the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida. Before its museum days in 1994, it belonged to John Otto, who received it as a child. John named it Robert and grew attached, until one night he woke to find Robert at the edge of his bed. Moments later, his mother was roused by Joan's screams and the sound of furniture being tossed around. When she entered the room, it was in disarray and John was in tears. He pointed at the doll, still at the bed's foot, and said, "Robert did it." This phrase became John's refrain whenever things broke or vanished. Initially dismissed as childish excuses, John's parents soon noticed other eerie occurrences. They heard John conversing with the doll, only to hear another voice respond. They also reported demented giggling and sightings of Robert moving independently. Despite these events, Robert stayed with Jean. Eventually, Jean stored Robert in the attic as he outgrew dolls. Yet, neighborhood children claimed to see Robert staring at them from the attic window. Jean died in 1974, and new house owners discovered Robert. Their young daughter adored him initially, but soon claimed he tried to harm her. The parents dismissed this as imagination until they noticed Robert moved on his own, and visitors remarked on his changing expressions. After multiple inexplicable events, Robert was donated to the museum. Some locals believe John's maid, mistreated by the family, cursed the doll with dark magic as revenge. But this remains unproven. Scientists can't verify the supernatural claims due to lack of concrete evidence. Nevertheless, many say their photos are ruined if taken without Robert's permission. Despite his ominous reputation, Robert has become a celebrity, receiving fan letters worldwide and having more Facebook friends than many of us. Segment 3. Okiku. Next, we travel to Japan in 1918. Eikichi Suzuki, while traveling in northern Japan, bought a 16-inch doll dressed in a kimono for his sister Kikuko. She loved the doll, naming it Okiku. Tragically, Kikuko died of yellow fever a year later. The family placed the doll in their shrine to honor her, a common practice in Japan. They soon noticed the doll's hair was growing, resembling Kikuko's. When the family moved to another district, they decided to leave Okiku at a local temple, fearing that the doll's magic was tied to Kikuko's grave. The monks at the temple, now caretakers of Okiku, reportedly trimmed the doll's hair regularly. Despite being in a rural, folklore-rich area in early 20th century Japan, Okiku's hair was scientifically tested and found to be human. The source remains a mystery, as photography of the doll is prohibited, making further scientific inquiry difficult. Some locals believe that the spirit of Kikuko resides within the doll, causing its hair to grow. Others speculate that someone might be secretly replacing the hair, but the monks deny any such actions. Whether a legend or reality, Okiku's tale is unsettling. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click bell icon to receive notifications as soon as we post something new. Stay in touch.